Get a bouquet of flowers. Send her 20 dozen long stem roses, right? Take her to the finest restaurant, buy her a nice gown. I mean, bro, don't do any of that. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not going to help you. It's definitely going to hurt you. And brothers, people saying in India, the Indian women in India, they just want men with good government jobs, stable jobs. They want security. They want stability. Same thing here. Again, you just got to look at the difference in GDP. You got to look at the difference in, purchasing power and stuff like that. Rupees versus the dollar. I mean, you got to look at what Americans make and what people in India make on average. Women are going to want to get security and, they're going to want safety over there. Things are rough in India, especially for women. Y'all got some wild shit going on over there as well. So that, women want what women have always wanted throughout history, provision and security. They want to handle their feminine roles. Well, here in America, you can pick up the phone and call a big, strong police officer to come help you out. 911, police show up like that. Women can make their own money. They can buy their own stuff, right? They can live their own lifestyle. So the guy is really icing on the cake. They got the cake. Hell, the guy ain't even the icing. The guy that they want really is just a cherry on top, because they can do everything else for themselves. But it all boils down to our programming, and women are programmed to get a guy that's better than them. You know what I mean? That's just bottom line, better than them. Educated Tyrone's in the building. What's good, fam? How you feeling, bro? Salute to you as well. Salute to you as well, man. I guess so. What y'all got going on in India, man? That's a completely different game, like versus what we talking about here in the U.S. What y'all got going on in India, completely different. The fundamentals are the same, and the reasons as to why people are moving the way they move are the same. But over here is way advanced in America, way advanced. You got women who are making that kind of bread. You got women making 6 figures plus. They have their careers in line or whatever. That woman is still competing with the chick from the trailer park, with the chick from the hood, with the chick from Midwest, right? They're all competing for the same dudes. All these women on a scale of 0 to 10, all of them, the zeros all the way up to the 10s, they all believe that they deserve the same dude, that knight in shining armor. They all believe it. And that's what they go for. So you got women who are like 3 on the scale, right? 5 being average. They're 2 steps below average, and they still believe that a man who's a 3 or 4 is below them. So the whole thing is skewed over here. I guess it's really bad, right? It's really bad. But you need to, as a guy, when you start down this path, you need to understand that that's how the game is played. Don't get mad. Just understand it. Go take your lumps. You're going to fall down a couple times. Go ahead and fall down, get up, brush yourself off, right? And continue. Learn from your mistake. You're going to need game. And I know there are guys out there like, well, a real woman, she doesn't play any games. A real woman, she's honorable and all the rest of it. Okay. Go ahead and believe that if you want to. Right? So I'm just going to marry her and we're going to live happily ever after. Okay, maybe for 5 or 7 years. But when she's ready to move on, because for whatever reason, you get served some papers talking about you got to come to family court, and now you're about to lose half your stuff. Right? On the other side of that, all women are evil. Oh man, I can't believe it. The system is they against all men and blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, it was like that when you met her, homie. Right? DL Saint told you. DL Saint told you. Don't come over here and cry now, because you done got your back blown out by the family court system, and you done lost half your shit. You know what I mean? You got to fight to have access to your own children. Don't get mad at us because we told you. That's how the game works, bro. Don't come over here crying, right? Again, you came out the oven too soon. Get your ass back in the oven, you know what I'm saying, and finish baking. And when you come out, now you're a more well-rounded guy. You've learned from your errors. Now you can go out here and do what you're going to do. That's just how it is. Yeah, women in wheelchairs being picky. Absolutely, man. Educated Tyrone is saying some dudes simp also because they put all their efforts into career or school in their 20s and didn't focus on knowing how to keep a woman without just money. And that's what I'm talking about. Again, those guys came out the oven too soon as well. You still cooking while you're in school. You gotta let it all bake and marinate, man. Focus on you. Like going to college is a great thing. Going to trade school is a great thing. If you don't go to the military, it's a great thing. Focus on you. While you're doing it, go ahead and experiment a little bit. Get out there, and by experiment, I mean mess with women. You know what I mean? Any experimentation outside of that is on you. Uncle Saint didn't say do it. All right, that's on you. But get out there, learn how to be social, learn how to have a conversation, learn how to talk to women. A lot of these guys, who are starting down this path and are working on themselves, they'll come out with me and I'll tell them, like, man, just go over there, go over there and get her name. I want you to go over there, talk to that woman, chat her up. I want you to spend no more than 5 minutes. Just go over there, chat her up, get her name and come back. That's all I need you to do. Right. And most of those guys get over there and it's a girl who like actually talks to them. Sometimes they'll go over. It's rough. She ain't really trying to holler, but she'll give them a name, probably a fake name, and come back. It takes 45 seconds to a minute and a half is over. Sometimes they'll go over there and the woman's actually talking. He's chatting her up. He's doing good and he won't leave. 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 45 minutes. Right. And now he's buying her drinks. He's doing all this other kind of stuff. He's buying her friends drinks and all this kind of stuff. And then they leave. She gives him a hug. Her and her friends leave, 4 or 5 drinks later. And he comes back. And I'm like, didn't I tell you 5 minutes? No, but she was, it was amazing. Didn't you see? Like, we're gonna go out. I got her Instagram. I got her number. That's not her number, bro. That's not her number. But like, bro, she just ran game on you. She just ran game on you. Show me your bill. Show me that bar tab. Well, it was only $150. Yeah. You got her and all her friends tipsy. It's 6:45 in the evening. They on their way to the next spot where they're going to meet up with the dudes that they want to holler at. They already good. And the reason they needed you to buy the drinks, my friend, is because the dudes that they dealing with got game and them dudes ain't buying them shit. And the guy just sits there. Next time I tell you to do something, do exactly what I say. I said 5 minutes, homie. 5 minutes. Get the hell up out of there. These are the lessons you need to learn. These are the lessons you need to learn. All right. I'm not going to be able to read every chat, guys. I'm definitely going to show every chat, but I'm not going to read them all. Yeah. I've seen, women in a wheelchair be picky. I've seen obese women be picky. I've seen women with all kind of surgical problems, like, deformities be picky. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. It's nothing wrong with that. Right. Nothing at all. So, this is how it works. When you get out here and you start talking to women, they are going to be running their game. A lot of dudes are like, well, you know what? I don't want to deal with game. I don't want to deal with none of that. That's why I go to the church. Oh, Lord. Oh, you in the church? Uh-oh. Unless it's Muslim, unless it's like, the Islamic faith, bro. And even then, this is America. So they ain't getting stoned over here. But, if you in the church, the New World Church, or whatever they call it today, the formerly known as the Baptists and Southern Baptists or whatever, if you in there, oh my goodness, you in there with a bunch of women who are all reformed, kind of 304s. I'm just going to keep it 100. The church is not what it used to be back in the 60s and the 70s. Certainly not what it used to be back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. It's not the same. The church is no longer a community. Men aren't in there. And the dudes who are in there are into some different shit. Like either they're into dudes or they're in there so they can smash all these women. Like, and I'm not, you don't need a church to study the word, no matter what faith you're following. You can study that on your own. Right. But when you go into the church, you definitely got to be gamed up. I stay out of churches just for that alone. I stay out of churches. So don't think that I don't need this game because I'm God fearing and I'm in the church, bro. You gonna need the game even more. Today's church don't even follow the Bible, their own text. They're changing it in real time. They got women leading the church in real time. They don't talk about women following their husband. Like they don't say that you should follow your man and obey your man as your man obeys God. They don't talk about that anymore. It's like, we don't need the man. I just do what God says. You're not even following the word of your faith. Man, be careful if you're in that church. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. Be careful. All right, learn this game. I'm not saying go out here and be a player unless you want to, but every man should understand the game at a player level. He should see it unfold. He should know it. And then if he decides to deal with a certain woman, that's because he chose to, not because he got duped into it. Like he know what he's dealing with. Like, all right, here we go. Here we go. I'm telling you, bro, when you figure this out, the first time you have a one-night stand, the very first time you have a one-night stand, right? And when you on this path, you will get there. The woman is going to say, I've never done anything like this before. Or she's going to say, I've never done anything like that before. Depends on at what point in what stage of the one-night stand are y'all in. Right? And you don't judge the woman. You don't want to do that. You ain't going to sit back and judge and call her all kind of names. Nah, man, she a grown up. You're a grown up. Y'all were doing grown up business. Right? You might want to tell her to keep it quiet. But the first time you have a one-night stand, she's going to say that I've never done anything like this before. Is she telling you the truth? I mean, you can take her word for it if you want to, but I'm here to tell you, you're not the first one, player. That's what she does. It ain't nothing wrong with it. Just understand that's what she does. And a lot of guys, their heads get blown, but man, look at her. She's so regal. She's so noble looking. She's a lady. She's never shown any skin. She doesn't twerk. I mean, look at her. No tattoos. Very modest. She's a Republican, for God's sakes. She's right. It's all that. Like, yeah, the Republicans be getting it in. They freaky. I thought you knew, son. You better act like you know. Hey, they be getting it in, bro. Just like the Democrats do on the other side. They be getting it in. And they all say the same thing. I've never done that before. Now, the first time she had her one-night stand was probably in college. So no, especially if she got degrees. She got degrees, bro. You were not the first dude she went home with and smashed. You're not. Just so you know. And a lot of these dudes who come out the oven too soon because they ain't ready, they'll find that woman and she's that perfect, conservative, have that one night stand. Oh, no, I was the first one. It was kismet. Where, I'm her significant other. Like, that's my life mate or whatever. What was the term they use? Whatever term they use, my life partner, my life mate. We soulmate. That's what I'm looking for. That's my soulmate. Okay, that's what he thinking. Right? He's ready to boom, whirlwind romance. 90 days later, they're getting married. Boom. 9 months later, they got their first baby. And he's like, this is amazing. It's everything I've ever wanted. She's smart. She's conservative. She's God-fearing. Baby. This is great. Right? 8 years later, by some sort of mix-up or some sort of medical thing, somehow he does a DNA test and finds out that that's not even his baby. That's not even your baby.
Houston, we have a problem.
Now what are you gonna do? Because the court's like, that's your baby. You raised that baby. And then now, because she done left you, because she been smashing that dude on the side, the real baby daddy or whatever dude she out there doing, she been doing her thing. You got caught up, bro. You came out the oven too soon. You weren't ready for that. You got caught up. It's happened to a million dudes. It'll happen to a million more. Don't get mad at her. Don't hate the players. Hate the game. That's how that works. I'm just letting you know. This is why you really need game. And I'm not saying you need game so you can be a monster out there and go out here and smash all these chicks and be a bad boy. I'm not saying that's what you need it for. But the game is a tool that you need to master. The game is knowledge. You need to understand what's going on so you're not that guy who has a one-night stand with a woman because she knows she's already pregnant by some deadbeat dude and you got a future. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to be with him. She plays the role, has the kids, give you, whatever. She can be a good girl. Like, you know what? I'm not smashing dudes all the time. I just do it on the girls trips or whatever. She do whatever. She messes around a little bit, but she'll make sure you never catch her. She looks out for you, but that's not your child. And when you find out that's not your child, what then? You stuck like Chuck. And when you go before the judge, like at that point, when they say it's cheaper to keep, it probably is. Man, at some Muslim mosques, if they mix in guys and girls in the mosque here in the US, don't go to that mosque. That's haram. If they doing that, bro, the Muslims gonna come shut down that mosque for real. That's haram. The women's supposed to pray behind you. And when that's how the women want to do it, and they cover themselves up, man, that's absolutely haram. And I'm not, that's not my faith, but I know a lot of brothers who into that. They ain't gonna hate that. Player 1258 in the building. What's good? Good to see you again. Tapping in, showing face. Appreciate all you do. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming in. You know what I mean? We just talked about preparing yourself with game so you can go out here and find a woman that you want. This is all we talking about. And I'm telling you, when y'all get y'all one night stand, and it's coming, you on this path, it's coming. You working on yourself, it's coming. Women gonna see you. I'm telling you, they gonna say they never done that before. It's the first time. This must be something about you. Oh my God, I've never done that. When it happens, come back over here and tell Uncle Saint what happened. Don't use her real name. Never tell on a chick either. You want to be on some real player shit, never tell on a girl. Never tell. It is what it is. It's all a game. I can't tell you how many times I done mess with chicks and they see me out and about and they with their man, they with their husband. And me and her been doing all kind of nasty stuff. You know what I mean? She told me she didn't have a husband, but I'm single. I didn't care. And you would see the terror on her face. And it's happened multiple times. They turn around and see you and they're just terrified. And I walk by them like I ain't never seen them before. I've had times when the husband knew me. Just associates, just people I know. I know a lot of people. You know, I be doing comedy. I'm in the entertainment world, aviation, and all that. The husband knew me. Hey, Saint, come over here and meet my wife. I'm like, that's little shorty I was smashing 3 weeks ago. Damn. And I walk up and play the role. How you doing? DL Saints. Pleasure to meet you. What's your name? Oh, Tabitha. Wow, that's cool. What's up? Man, this guy, bro, isn't he amazing? She's like, yeah. Yeah. And then when she realizes that it's all love, it's all good, bro, they come back and see you a week or two later. You see it in their eyes. They want you even more because it's taboo. I had women, dudes saying goodbye to everybody, and she looking back at me. Dude got his head turned or whatever. She reached back and she grabbed the little one. She going there, she grabbing the family stuff. She's like, She gives that little dirty wink, bad girl. Just a bad girl. You know what I mean? Winking and stuff. Man, they get right on it. Like, what's up? Where you at? I'm coming over. They'll come over and just get it. And I know y'all saying that's wrong, man. You smashing the old boy's wife. Hey, man, it was already happening, bro. It's the game, man. I'm not trying to. What do you want me to do? Go tell him he's not my homeboy. We're not, we ain't tight like that. Obviously, if he was one of my dudes, his game would be strong enough to avoid something like that. Right? So I'm not getting in the way of that. They happy. Hell, he might know. The way they doing it now, but you need to be gamed up to that point. Never tell. Never tell, gentlemen. Never tell, because the women won't. These women will not tell on you. Never tell. And when it goes bad, don't worry about it. When it's over, it's over. Stay cool with them. It's over. If they hit you up, it's cool. You know what I mean? She'll put you on with one of her friends. If you handle your business like that, she will put you on with one of her friends. She playing fair. You gotta tell her, quit being stingy now. I ain't say nothing when your husband rolled up here, man. You gotta put me on with your Gloria. You gotta put me on with her. Where's she from? Peru? Oh, come on, man. Quit playing, girls. Come on, Tabitha, quit playing. You know Gloria want a little bit of this. Make it happen for me. Make it happen for me. And guess what? She gonna run that game for you. She gonna run that game for you. She gonna bring Gloria out. And if you really good, you'll smash them both at the same time. This is the game. Don't care, bro. It's a cold game out there, man. And these women, they in the streets like that, bro. Am I saying all women are like that? Absolutely not. Are there good women out there? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There are some good women out there. Yes. But most of them married before they 25. That's just how it is. Most of them ain't trying to come out. Most of them ain't on a yacht party. Most of them ain't in a mansion party. You ain't going to see them in the club. They ain't doing that. When they go